Hello everyone, welcome to the Warrior series of ABM, case studies plus MCQs. In fact, we are covering MCQs, case studies, numericals, objective questions, everything, PYQs, previous year questions. So all of them we are covering. I am covering it for ABM and BFM. Other mentors are covering it for ABFM and BRBL. All the 4 compulsory subjects of CIB covered. Okay? Plus on Sunday, we have a special session on electives. So don't miss that also. Okay? Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, JAIIB CAIIB English Medium. Click on the bell icon. Don't miss this. Okay? Let's move on. First question. The main aim of correlation analysis is measuring the degree of relationship between the two variables, establishing the relationship between the two variables, predicting the value of one variable using the value of other variable, both A and B. So which one is correct? Measuring the degree of relationship between the two variables, establishing the relationship between the two variables, predicting the value of one variable using, you need to predict the value of one variable using the other variable. So both A and B, or is it C also? Predicting the value of one variable using the value of other variable. No, that is just a prediction. Actually this A and B, both A and B. Both A and B is the answer. Okay, because this is just putting the values. So that is not correlation. Correlation means predicting the values, means establishing the relationship. Y equals to A plus BX. See, Y equals to A plus BX. This is known as a regression line. Regression. Okay, regression line. And correlation means R. R equals to coefficient of correlation. If this R equals to 1, then it is positive perfect correlation. If it is equal to 1, positive perfect. Okay, perfect it is called as. If R equals to, let's say 0, then no relation. No relation. Okay, if R equals to -1, then negative perfect. Negative perfect. Okay, negative perfect. And how to find out R? R equals to covariance. Covariance upon psi x, psi y. Now these are all the extra formulae. R equals to covariance of xy upon psi x into psi y, means standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. This is known as coefficient of correlation. It will give you the relationship between two elements. Okay? So that is the main objective. The method of sampling that involves the division of population into smaller subgroups is known as strata. So this is known as what? Stratified, random, systematic, cluster. So what is it known as? Kindly note, this is known as a probability sampling. See, samplings are of two types. Samplings are of two types. Okay? Probability and judgmental or non-probability. Some books call it judgmental. Some books call it non-probability. Okay? Probability sampling means everyone has got equal chance. All these 4 are the part of probability sampling. Stratified sampling, random sampling, systematic sampling, cluster sampling. These are all the parts of probability sampling. Non-probability or judgmental will have various names. Snowball sampling is there, convenience sampling is there. Okay, almost 4 or 5 types of the samplings are also there in judgmental. What is the use of judgmental? In judgmental, everyone doesn't have equal chance. It is up to the judges or the one who is doing the survey. He or she decides. Okay, so that is judgmental. Both have their pros and cons. So now the question over here is the method of sampling that involves division of population into smaller subgroups called as strata. Strata means what? What do you mean by strata? Strata means like this. Steps, that is called as strata. Means students having the percentage below 40%. Okay, below less than 40. 40 to let's say 70 to 100. So what am I doing? I'm creating the strata. I'm going above. So this is known as stratified sampling. Stratified. Okay. There are 4 types of sampling: stratified, random, systematic, and cluster. Okay. Random is also called as simple random sampling. Okay. That is known as simple random sampling. Got it? A part of the sampling technique in which each sample has an equal probability of being chosen. Equal probability of being chosen is known as random sampling, systematic sampling, snowball sampling, and stratified sampling. Equal chance. Now see this, like that if you see, all of them have equal chance, but amongst them also, which is the best one? So kindly note, simple random sampling is known as the best sampling. What is simple random sampling? Simple random, okay, I'll explain you all of them now. Stratified I have explained. Now I'll explain you the remaining ones also. See, simple random sampling means what? I'll just close my eyes. Okay, I'll close my eyes and select any 10 students. Any 10. Suppose I have to select 50 students. Okay, let's see one by one. 50 students I have to select. Okay. So what will I do? Or there are 50 students, out of which I have to select let's say 5 students. Let's take some simple number. Students. I have to select 5 students. So in simple random, what will I do? I'll just close my eyes and move through these 50 students. Select any 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any 5. So that is simple random. Everyone has got equal chance. Systematic. Systematic means what? I'll tell these 50 students what you do. You stand in a line. All these 50 stand in a line. I don't know who is standing. And then I'll tell what you do is every 10th student, 10th, you are selected. Now, did I know anyone? No. Every 10th student is selected. So 50, 10, 10, 5 is 50. 5 students will be selected. That is systematic. Snowball is not a part of your probability sampling. That's a part of your non-probability, judgmental sampling. Stratified. What will I do in stratified? I'll tell the students what you do. You stand according to your, let's say, height or marks. Height is generally same. Stand according to your marks because that is the best classifier. So they will stand as per their marks. Okay, as I told you, less than 40, 40 to 70, 70 to 100. Understand the difference between stratified and systematic. Systematic means they are in the same horizontal line. Stratified means they are going up. A divide is created between them because of the marks or anything. I can call it for weight also. I can call it for weight. I can call it for height. I can call it for any bifurcation. Okay. So, in which the sample has equal chances, random sampling. Got it? Cluster sampling falls under the category of cluster. Now look at this. Probability sampling, as I told you earlier, has 4 parts. Simple random, systematic, stratified, and last one is cluster. So what is cluster sampling? So this cluster sampling is a part of what? Probability, non-probability, random or quota? Think everyone. Just now I gave you. It's a part of probability. Okay, it's a part of probability sampling. Cluster sampling is a part of probability sampling. Generally, cluster sampling is used for geography based. Generally, geography based. Okay, means I'll separate them. Who are the students from Goa sit on one side, students from Tamil Nadu sit on one side, Maharashtra sit on one side, Kashmir sit on one side, like this. Okay, it is generally based on geography. Got it? So it's a part of probability sampling. Dash is a variation within 1 year. Within 1 year that is repeated more or less regularly. Secular trend, seasonal variation, cyclical variation, and random variations. Now this is a part of your trend analysis. Okay, there are 4 types of trends. 4: secular trend, seasonal trend, cyclical trend, and one more is there, random trend. Random means you don't know. Now what is each one? One of them is definitely asking question in exam. See, earlier I gave you that probability samplings, okay, 4 parts. 2 of them will be asked. Similarly, here 2 of them will be asked. 1 mark each. So 4 marks we got it here only. Okay. So secular trend, seasonal trend, cyclical trend, random variations. Let me show you. I have drawn this image already. Let me see. No. See, the secular trend means what? This is basically, it's a long-term aspect, long-term. Okay. So now we want within 1 year. So secular trend is a long-term aspect. Long-term means in the long run, if you see the stock market will always go like this up. In the long run, it's always up. So secular trend will always be up in the long run. Okay. Also, secular trend will be used for a period of more than almost 5, 10, 20 years. Seasonal variation. Seasonal means they repeat within 1 year. Every year the restaurant bookings in the summer season are high in our country. The number of fever patients, flu fever patients are more in rainy season. So this is seasonal trend. Okay. The Diwali purchases means purchases are generally high during the Diwali season in our country. Seasonal. Okay. So within 1 year. So the answer for this will be variation within 1 year is seasonal variations. This is your answer. What is cyclical variation? Cyclical variation means it's a business variation. You can't predict the cycles. Okay. It can be like this. Or it can be like this. Anything it can be. Means it can be for a short-lived period, it can be for a longer period. For example, let's say if I ask you now, Facebook, how many of you use Facebook? There was a time when everyone was using Facebook, but now Facebook is gone. So the life has ended. Okay. Similarly, DDs in banks, demand drafts. How many of you use demand draft now? Gone. NEFT, RTGS, UPI, everything is there now, right? So that is also gone. So basically the life of a product, the life of the product will always go down someday. Okay. So this is known as cyclical variations. They are also known as business cycles. Now you can't predict the time. You can't say when will any business be down. You can never predict. Okay. So that's why cyclical variation will never have you can't give a time duration for that. The only difference between seasonal and cyclical is seasonal has a regular variation which you can predict, but cyclical you can never predict. Random variation means, random means basically your dacoity, terrorist attack, floods. You can never predict when there will be floods, when there will be a terrorist attack in your place, right? Got this point? So this is random variations. So what is the answer? The answer is seasonal. Got it? Under which of the following method of lending? Now we'll module C. Under which of the following methods of lending enterprise is required to bring 100% of the entire core current assets and at least 25% of the remaining current assets? So which method? First method of lending, second method of lending, third method of lending. Now here we are talking of Tandon committee method. Okay, Tandon committee had given 3 methods. So under which of the methods is the customer required to bring in 100% of the core current assets and 25% of the remaining current assets? Think and give me the answer. Think and give me the answer for this. This is easy one. You have done this in your JAIIB also. Okay. So what is the answer? Yes. The answer is third method of lending. Third. Okay, third method of lending. Now, what are the 3 methods? Now, you already know this. Many of you know this, but let me, those who don't know, because many of us might have forgotten this. See, this first method of lending is current asset minus current liabilities into 75%. This is all Tandon committee. Current assets minus current liabilities into 75%. That much will be the bank finance. This much will be the bank finance. Current asset minus current liability is known as, this is known as your net working capital gap, NWC. Net working capital gap. Okay. So CA minus CL into 75%. Got it? Tandon committee is method number 1. Method number 2, current asset into 75% minus current liabilities. Current assets into 75% minus current liabilities. Okay. Method number 2, here what do? I'll give current asset, I'll just multiply it 75% then first and then subtract current liabilities. Okay. Method number 3, current asset minus core current assets. Okay. Current assets minus core current assets into 75% and then minus current liabilities. See this, current asset minus core current assets into 75%. Now what is core current asset? Core current asset means basically you can call it cash. Okay. So current asset minus core current asset into 75%, simple, minus current liabilities. Okay. Understand the difference between second and third method. You will get confused over here because both are similar. Okay, because current liabilities are at the end. Only here what do? We'll current asset minus core, we'll subtract this core current assets. Cash part we are removing because that's not an actual business part, right? Cash is not a business asset. So that's why we remove this. So understand the third method. Current asset minus core current asset into 75% minus current liabilities. Okay. This is an important method for Tandon committee because generally method number 1 and 2 students know, but method number 3 many of them don't know. Okay. And this might be asked to you in exam because we are in CIB. Okay. Now, before going, everyone kindly join the Adda 24/7 new batches. Okay. The new batches, this ACE batch is starting. Just now it's in the starting phase. Okay, ACE batch. See this, ACE batch. Ebooks, mock test, online live classes, recorded sessions, all of the points are covered. Mock tests are chapter-wise mock test as well as full-length mock test. Both are there. Full-length, 10 full-length mock tests are available. Ebooks, you are having chapter-wise ebooks, chapter-wise per chapter, isn't it? Online live classes, recorded sessions. Suppose if you miss out someday because of some bank pressure, you can have the recorded sessions. So join this ASAP. Use the code Y432. Y432. Okay? 80% discount. 80%. Plus 1% extra through the app. Don't miss that also. Download the app. Okay? And then purchase. You can also join the Increment Mahapack. One of the best Mahapacks for your CIIB. Increment Mahapack. See this. Right now you are getting triple validity. Means you buy for 5 months. You get it for 15 months. You buy for 9 months, you get it for 27 months. Okay? So, basically 27, triple validity. Plus, the discount offer, 81%. That is obviously there. See this. Y432. Okay? 80% discount you are getting. Plus 1% extra, 81%. So, never forget the code. Never forget this purchasing through the app. Okay? And in Increment Mahapack, what do you get? You get 15 plus batches per subject, compulsory subjects, all of them. You get physical question bank for all the subjects, physical as well as e-question bank. Plus you get formula bank for all the subjects. Plus you get study planner, physical, all these are delivered to your home. Plus batches, 15 plus batches per subject. Done. If you join Increment Mahapack, you don't need to join any batch. Okay? So join it ASAP. Bye everyone.